What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome to Hyper Heroes. This is a slightly older hero collector that I literally see on a day-to-day basis. Every single time I boot up my BlueStacks, they preload little advertisement game icons, and I swear, 10 times out of 10, that's a literal real number, 10 times out of 10, it's Hyper Heroes. So I finally, after over a year of seeing advertisements for this game, I finally downloaded it, and you know what? Let me go ahead and give you guys what my impressions of said title is. Starting off, of course, as always, with the heroes that you can collect. So here are a few of the heroes that I've gotten here. Now, obviously, this is a slightly older game, so the heroes aren't going to look fantastic, and they're really not my style, but, you know, they're okay. They're salvageable. Not quite the stamp of approval, but not quite the opposite of the stamp of approval, whatever that is. And one thing that this game also does, which I really do kind of appreciate, is the fact that this game actually has different view or different models as you get more and more powerful. So I like when games give you a little bit of visual progression as you get stronger and stronger. Some like high quality top tier hero collectors still don't do stuff like this. That's not a very good example. Here's a better example right over here. Check this guy out. Look at that. Very nice. So I really like when games give you some visual progression as you get stronger. So shout out to them on that one. Now, let's go ahead and jump into combat. Pretty much the highlight of what this game is all about. Jump over here to the campaign. Go ahead and do the stage right over here. Of course, it'll show you what loot drops, what type of enemies, with the enemy power that you're going to be tackling. Here is my squad, 25,000 power. You bring 4 units into combat with you. Hopefully I can jump in here really quick and turn off autoplay as soon as I can. Loading times are, it's actually the longest loading time I've had, actually. All right, so here we are in combat. Now, this game's whole claim to fame is basically slingshotting your heroes into the enemy, and all of your heroes have a different type of attribute. So, for the lack of a better word, my tank over here is a sticky type of character. So, if I slingshot him into someone, he hits them and he stops immediately, right? So that's very useful to taunt other enemies around to kind of keep the focus on him. My mage over here, she's once again, for the lack of a better word, ricochet-y. So she hits someone and bounces away, because also, as you guys can see, if you run into some of your teammates, you can also trigger attacks and passes. We're not talking about that just yet. So she's ricochet-y because she's very squishy, and obviously she doesn't want to be in the thick of things. My 2 DPS units over here are bouncy, so they bounce a lot back and forth between enemies, etc., etc. That way they do the most damage possible. So actually, I've seen the combat of this game advertised in ads multiple times, and it didn't really seem like it was going to be something that I was going to be into. But once you actually start playing it, this is actually a pretty legit combat system, believe it or not. Not bad. Now, I do have a gripe, because of course I do. So, manual gameplay does not allow you to ×2 speed. So once you actually start enjoying the combat and getting into it, the enemies just take too long to take their turn. Is that nitpicky? It might be, but I want to play. Like, I want to do my turn, and the enemies take forever. However, there is a remedy. You can put it on ×2 speed, but ×2 speed is not allowed on manual gameplay, which I think is a little counterproductive. I finally have a game here where I do want to play it on manual, but the enemies take their turn for so long. This is kind of aggravating. As you can also see here, you can build up an ultimate meter. So what I can do, oops, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'll show you the next turn. Don't worry. Look at the enemy turn. And now it's your turn. That to me, that's a little long. That's what she said. All right, so I'll show you some ultimates here. So everyone has a different type of ultimate. As you guys can see, they're all 100%. So what I can do here with our tank, whenever my turn comes around, coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. They need to add that ×2 speed on whatchamacall. So here's my ultimate here. Leave swirl, nice big heal, plus magic, taunts everyone, pretty nice. Same thing with my mage here. She does a really, actually, we're gonna put this on ×2 speed, because the enemies just, I know, I sound like a broken record already, but man, I feel like the enemies take their turn for way too long. ×2 speed feels better, and I can't believe, as old as this game is, that they haven't instituted ×2 speed on manual gameplay yet. But there you go, that is combat here in the world of Hyper Heroes. Now let's talk about the actual gameplay flow and what you're going to be doing here on a day-to-day basis. Jump back over here to the home screen, grab our loot. So of course there's normal, elite, and nightmare instances, as you might expect. The game does have some decent quality of life where after you're done, after you've 3-starred a stage, you can raid it. You gotta be VIP to do the instant raid, of course. This is an older game, so most of all these games all have VIP functions and things of that nature. So that kind of sucks, but I do give them a little bit of props for not hiding instant sweeps behind VIP. So that's that. If you do play the game and you kind of see raid tickets right here, the interesting thing about raid tickets in this game, they are used to sweep stages that you have not 3-starred. So let's say you just cannot 3-star stage, but it has some gear that you really need and you only can 1-star or 2-star it, you can then use raid tickets to do that instead. So that's kind of kind of a nice touch there when it comes to raid tickets. So I appreciate that, not bad. So if we go over here to heroes, when it comes to leveling them up, pretty straightforward. You have a little gear set here. It's once again an old school hero collector kind of design. You find a complete set of gear. Once you do that, you promote them to the next tier. So they go from gray to green, the blue to purple, etc., etc. The game tells you exactly where you can find the gear. Boom, here are all the stages. Then once again, you can instantly sweep them that way. The game has EXP juice, which I always appreciate. Skills are on a timer. FG's least favorite type of skill system where you have to kind of wait. As you guys can see, every 5 minutes you get 1 skill point to pump up into your characters. If I'm level 20, give me all the power that a level 20 deserves. You know what I mean? I don't really like these time skill systems, but it is what it is. Same thing when it comes to boosting your stars over here. Get duplicates of your character, pump that up. That'll get you up to higher tier star levels. There are relics in the game, which we kind of showed you earlier. Pump up these relics. You can then turn around and awaken your character. And like I said, look cooler and cooler as you get stronger and stronger. And then I have not unlocked the rune system just yet, but I gotta have a pretty good idea of what that's all about. And cheers looks to be some type of friendship system here. Maybe. If these two people are in the party together, you get attack and magic immunity up by 6%. I guessed on that. Don't quote me on that one. And then Rebirth unlocks the VIP level 4. Hopefully that's not too pay to winny. There you go. So that's upgrading your characters. As far as what else you can do inside this game, every single building that you see on the screen has something in it. So there's a lot of different gameplay modes that unlock as you move along. Have no idea what can await you here in the world of Hyper Heroes, but it does look like there is a good degree of gameplay here. Of course, there is Arena, as you might expect, you versus the AI. You can pick whoever you want to beat up on, defeat them, move up the ranks, use tokens to turn around and use them in the Arena shop. I already showed you the campaign, the mailbox. You have this, I don't like it. I do not like it at all. But it's kind of like your choose your own adventure style gameplay. One thing I will give them props on. So we'll talk to this little NPC here, yada, yada, yada. One thing I'll give them props on is that a lot of hero collectors kind of mess up and put way too many gameplay modes with the same exact type of gameplay. Like they overdo it, right? They give you 55 gameplay modes and they all functionally play the same. At least this they did a little bit different. You don't actually have to play out the full combat sequence here. You just basically have what you just saw right here, kind of a simulated battle, and you move on, and that's it. And you basically kind of go around this map, open up chests, talk to NPCs, go on adventures. I could do without this. I mean, once again, props for doing something different, but I don't find it fun. I find the actual, funny enough, I find the real combat in the game way more fun than doing this, because it's just a little stiff. Once again, that's what she said. All right, let's go over here. See you later, done, complete. So I could do without that, but there you go. A little something to break up the monotony. Back over here to the home screen, you have Devil's Tower, which of course is your tried and true endless tower mode. Nothing to speak of there. Did I already get this? Yeah, thank you, appreciate that. Moving on. You have your trials over here, which are daily resource grinds for gold, EXP potions, and then of course fragments and things of that nature. There is co-op in the game, which I have not unlocked just yet, but I do see people in chat asking for people to co-op with them, so that's pretty cool. All of these little icons, even this little hot air balloon up here, is something that you can like unlock and do. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. So overall, playing this game, like I said, I've seen the icon for this game so many times, and I've ignored it for literally over a year. Like, and I run a mobile YouTube gaming channel, and I never covered this game, even though I saw ads of this game every single day. But after playing it, you know what? I don't hate hyper heroes. It's actually okay. It's actually what a quote, FG. What a stamp of approval you have right there. Let me go ahead and if you guys want to write this down. What does FG say about hyper heroes? He says he doesn't hate it. It's okay. There you go. So let's end the video off as we always do. I played the game long enough to get enough currency to do a multi-pull here. S-rank hero guaranteed for buy 10. I'm ready for my guaranteed S-rank hero.
How goes the battle?
I low-key, I want to delete the game. I want to delete the game right now. SS. Oh, wait a minute. So I still have an S that I'm going to get. Right? I am done with this game already. I am so done. They gave me a freaking leprechaun. Not even a cool looking like evil leprechaun from the hood. Not even that. Like an actual leprechaun. I'm out. Anyway, guys, once again, my name is FG3000. I do thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later. A leprechaun.